Reddit. Let's be honest, what are some of the downsides to being a guy? You spend half your social interactions trying to prove your value, that you aren't a creep, that you aren't privileged, that your body or signs of aging isn't fair game for insulting, etc. Long story short, no one cares about your feelings at all, and if you even dare suggest that you have them, you are dismissed or accused of being a crybaby man-child. Then a few minutes later admonished for never discussing your feelings, typically by the very people who shut you down in the first place. Anytime you find yourself up against a woman in court, you are going to treat it extremely unfairly. Bad sex is always a guy's fault. We die younger, and have less parental rights. To be fair, we do a lot of dumb shit. Increased car insurance compared to girls. If you try to talk about men's issues, people assume you hate women. Which is frustrating because I support feminism. I think women still have problems and I recognize I have some privileges. And in fact I think men and women's issues come from the same place, gender roles. And I think we could find solidarity and work together if we could stop being afraid of each other. Random bonus, less parental rights, depression, worrying if you're creeping a girl out or making her uncomfortable, being associated with what other men do that is just evil or deplorable, being told that you have no right when it comes to an unplanned pregnancy, not being believed when you were abused or raped, being called a cheater for not wanting to have sex, not being able to cry whenever you feel like you should because crying is for girls, and being told you're less of a man for not being able to work to provide for your family. I can scare people when I have no intention of doing so. Like, sorry lady, I'm harmless over here. I'm so lonely all the time and I know no one else can fix it. I'm expected to initiate all romantic encounters and I'm generally awkward, introverted, and hate talking to strangers. Because of this I've just accepted that I'll probably never get married or have children. Our orgasms tend to be short, and then you gotta take a break and recharge until you get another one, shaking my damn head. For every 10 programs designed specifically to help women, there are 0 for men. You get to be rad. Really? Anxious and depressed. It's so bloody lonely, even if you are in a relationship. Women talk about stuff. Their lives, relationships, feelings. They support each other. Try and talk about anything other than sport and cars with another man and he'll look at you like you just offered to suck his dick. I've been fortunate enough in the past to have close female friends, but once I got married that's not allowed anymore. To other women I'm no longer myself, I'm now just someone's husband. Half of the time we're told that doing anything feminine is unmanly. The other half of the time we're told that doing anything masculine is toxic. Being affiliated with the evil that men do, for no other reason than being born male. Here is a couple of things, note that they may not apply everywhere. Higher suicide rates. Lower average life expectancy. Worse punishment for the same crime. Fewer parental rights. Fewer reproductive rights. Higher rates of homelessness. More likely to be the victim of a violent crime. Being expected to die in combat if a war breaks out. Male victims of domestic violence and sexual crimes are often ignored and lack support networks. It's very hard to answer this without sounding like a weak whiner. I can count the amount of compliments I have received in my life on one hand. I never get hit on. I'm afraid to hit on women because I don't want to make them uncomfortable. Having low self-esteem and being emotionally sensitive is seen as a weakness and other men will look down on you for it. Probably should have put this on a burner, but oh well. Male survivor of sexual and emotional abuse here. First I'll touch on the sexual abuse. We have absolutely no support systems, and if you ever mention it to another man they joke around about how you scored and act like you should have liked it. If you mention it to a woman, your assault gets downplayed because men can't be assaulted and everybody knows that. As for the emotional abuse, if you mention it to a man it doesn't exist, can't happen, just get over it. If you mention it to a woman they'll kindly explain to you how there are different types of abuse and you just misunderstand the situation. Social life for men is a joke and they wonder why men kill themselves at a drastically higher rates than women. To finalize, I have never once felt that urge. My experiences have made me jaded and it's almost impossible to trust another person anymore. Get a therapist, men. It's the only thing that helps. Being in open season for body shaming. Dick jokes are a big part of this. Guy is a douchebag. Oh, he's got a small dick. Meanwhile the guy with an actual small dick feels like garbage because something he can't change about his anatomy is being used to make fun of someone else. If you're in my country, or in many others like it, and you're a man, You have to spend 1 to 2 years of your life serving in the military. Where I come from, it's usually 2 if you're a woman and 3 if you're a man. I don't even know why men get an extra year, but hey, at least both have to go to the military. If a girl accuses me of sexual assault, even if I am a stranger and never met her, I am going to be viewed as guilty. If I accuse a girl of sexual assault, people roll their eyes. If you're short, then you are treated like a joke. Dating is a soul-crushing experience for short men. No matter how much you shake, squeeze, wring out, or dab, there will always be a spot of piss on our underwear. No matter how much you shake or dance, the last 2 drops go in your pants. This might be controversial, but I think the porn trap is a real issue and affects men much more than women. Basically, lots of young men get addicted to porn and it messes with their ability to function socially and to have real relationships. Since people don't talk much about it, many get very addicted to it without even realizing it's doing them harm. Honestly, I didn't understand how much it affected me until I had been clean for many months. Our genitalia is awfully easy to hurt. In the wise words of Betty White, why do people say grow some balls? Balls are weak and sensitive. If you want to be tough, grow a vagina. Those things can take a pounding. Thanks for watching Best of Reddit. Please subscribe, thanks.